Hey Raider Nation, what's up? Welcome back with another video. If you're new here and love Raider-related content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dive into today's topic, the Raiders' quarterback situation. Gardner Minshew started the season as our QB1 after winning the battle against Aiden O'Connell during the preseason. The competition was close, and it's still a hot topic among fans. Minshew has shown some good moments, but he's also made his fair share of mistakes in these first 3 weeks. Minshew has thrown for 447 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. It's not the greatest stat line, but it's pretty much what we expected. He's the type of quarterback who can surprise you with his playmaking ability, and that's exactly what we saw in the second half against the Ravens. He made some clutch plays and got us back in the game. Minshew's biggest issue right now is consistency, especially when it comes to his accuracy. Sometimes he holds onto the ball for too long. He needs to make quicker decisions, hit his first and second reads when they're open, and not hesitate. I'm not sure if he's just trying too hard to make big plays or if he's struggling to see the field, but either way, he needs to improve. He needs to find a balance between taking what the defense gives him and knowing when to extend plays. Yes, his ability to navigate the pocket and throw on the move is impressive, but he has to know when to let go of the ball and move on to the next play. A lot of people are calling for Minshew to be benched in favor of Aiden O'Connell. I think Coach Antonio Pierce made the right call by giving Minshew one more chance against the Cleveland Browns. 4 weeks is a solid chunk of the season, so it's fair to give him that time to prove himself. If Minshew struggles against the Browns, misses open reads, turns the ball over, or keeps holding on to the ball too long, and if we lose, then it might be time for the coaching staff to consider a change. The real issue with the Raiders' offense isn't just the quarterback play. The offensive line, especially in the run game, has been a huge problem. So even if we switch to O'Connell, would it really improve the offense as a whole? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should we give Minshew more time, or is it time for a change? The Raiders' offensive line wasn't great last season, and unfortunately, it seems to have gotten even worse this year. Through the first 3 weeks, the line has regressed, which is a big concern. Right now, the Raiders are ranked dead last in the league in rushing. For any NFL offense, that's a recipe for disaster. Over the past couple of seasons, NFL defenses have used more too-high safety looks, trying to limit big plays through the air. This opens up an opportunity for offenses to run the ball effectively because it usually means fewer defenders in the box. Teams like the Ravens, Eagles, 49ers, Packers, and Lions have capitalized on this trend with strong running games, and it's no surprise they're currently among the top 5 offenses in the league. Unfortunately, the Raiders are nowhere near that level. Our run game has been almost non-existent. It's disappointing when your starting running back struggles to even get 60 to 70 yards per game. The stats and film back it up. The offensive line isn't generating any push, and our running backs have nowhere to go. Zamir White hasn't been effective either, making the entire running game look ineffective and predictable. This lack of a run game is putting us in tough situations, constantly facing third and long scenarios. And to make matters worse, the line isn't great at pass protection either. While they're a bit better at pass blocking than run blocking, it's not enough to give our quarterbacks the time they need to make big plays. To add to the frustration, our offensive coordinator Luke Getsy hasn't been calling great plays. The play calling has been very conservative and predictable. Lots of dump-off passes and uninspiring run schemes. So it's not just the offensive line, the overall offensive strategy needs to improve. Given the current situation, switching quarterbacks won't magically solve the problem. Whether it's Minshew or O'Connell under center, the root issue is the offensive line. Until we fix that, we won't see much improvement. I think the Raiders need to switch up the starting lineup on the offensive line. We've struggled all season long at left guard, and that's where we need to make a change first. Right tackle has also been a weak spot, but last game we saw some hope with rookie DJ Glaze stepping in. I'd like to see him get more opportunities moving forward. We should also consider giving running back Alexander Mattison more snaps. He might be able to inject some life into our run game. But until we address the core issues with our offensive line, the offense will continue to struggle. Until we fix the offensive line, our offense will continue to struggle and be inconsistent throughout the season. I do believe that Aiden O'Connell would bring more consistency in terms of accuracy and decision-making, as he's shown he can read defenses well and hit his targets reliably. He's the type of quarterback who takes what the defense gives him and moves on to the next play. If we can't protect O'Connell, we're going to have problems. The offensive line is still struggling, and O'Connell isn't as mobile as Minshew. He's not the type of quarterback who can make plays on the run or escape pressure. With Minshew, we've seen him create something out of nothing, like in week 2 when he scrambled and made an off-script play to Brock Bowers, getting us down to the 1-yard line. Those are the plays I don't see O'Connell being able to make. Before the season started, I thought O'Connell would be better at pushing the ball downfield. But Minshew has surprised me. He's actually been decent at taking deep shots. Last week, he hit a big one to Trey Tucker. So I'm not sure if O'Connell would be much of an upgrade in that area. Both Minshew and O'Connell are mid-level quarterbacks. The choice between them really comes down to style. Do you want a risk-taking gunslinger like Minshew, who can occasionally get hot and put up over 250 yards in a single half? Or would you prefer a more conservative pocket passer like O'Connell, who's accurate but less mobile? To me, the success of this offense relies more on improving the offensive line than who we have at quarterback. I think it's fair to give Minshew one more week against the Cleveland Browns. Let's see how he performs and how the offense looks overall. If he struggles again and we lose, then week 5 is the right time to make a change and give O'Connell a shot. But if we do switch to O'Connell, I'd like to see him get at least 4 weeks to show what he can do. Constantly rotating quarterbacks, especially when they have such different play styles, would make it tough for the offensive line and receivers to build chemistry and get into a rhythm. That's the last thing this team needs right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you're new here and love Raiders-related content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next video.